Okay, hi, hello. Sunglasses on because we're heading out. Where are we going, you may ask? To different bookstores around Houston. I'm going to try to participate in the Houston Book Crawl. It takes place all of April, and essentially it's all the indie stores in this like general area-ish. And I think you have to go to 10 in order to be like entered in to like win something. But I saw this literally the last day, or literally I think last year I saw the book crawl May 1st, and it's just all of April, so it ends the last day of April. And I just want to participate and maybe pick up a book, some stickers along the way. So I'm going to try to hit 2 today, and we'll see if we're successful. And then I'm thinking maybe later this week I'll hit at least 1 more. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I really have to see what's like on the bingo card and where everything is, and like maybe map out my own personal bookstore adventure. But I thought I would take you guys with me and document it because like how cool, you know? Anyways, let's go. Hello. Okay, I'm back from day 1 of my book crawl. So I stopped at Brazos and Murder by the Book. At Brazos, I picked up Saga. I've seen a booktuber that I used to watch frequently. She really enjoyed this series, and so I thought, why not? I almost picked up Little Devils because Holy Terrors is already out, but I think I'm gonna get that from the library because what if I hate Little Devils, which I feel like I won't. And I feel like I won't hate Little Terrors either, but I just like can't fully commit. And also Little Terrors is hardcover and not paperback, so there's no point in like, I guess like either way I'd have to get it from the library because I'm not buying a hardcover. So anyways, this is what I got. I also picked up their bookmarks because this one is Voices of Asia book club, and it still has April, May, and June on here. Then I have, I think they're just book club because I wanted to read The Memory Police because I saw Books and Lala also read it, so but that's in May. And then the romance one because I literally just picked up The Prospects due to a recommendation by Grapey. I already owned this one randomly. I don't have Voice of the Ocean, and then I already also have Alone with You in the Ether. Maybe I'll reread it and go to the book club. Maybe. And then I went to Murder by the Books. I picked up their event trifold. And then ironically, I did not get any murder books and or thriller books because Murder by the Books is a specialty bookstore that specializes in like espionage, thrillers, cozy mysteries, cozy murder mysteries, I guess. They have like foreign ones and then like American based ones, so it's like a whole thing. I'm not a big thriller mystery girly. They do have like a fantasy section as well as like a YA and then like a kid section, so I picked up Count to Sleep Houston because my friend's having her second baby, and for the first baby we gave the baby hand-me-down clothes recycled from my, actually no, I gave my other friends those recycled clothes. I bought my friend books, and so, well, that's all she wanted from her baby shower really. Instead of cards was like a book, so I sent her books. And I feel like I want to give baby number 2 at least one of their own personal books as a sibling of a quartet. Sometimes you want your own stuff, not that she'll care or know because she'll be this big, but It's the thought. Anyways, that's my haul from my day one of traversing the Houston book crawl. I'm going to do my best to capture all of this. I'm gonna see how many I can do. I'm really gonna try to hit all the ones in the loop for sure, but we'll see. Okay, until next time. Anyways, hi, hello. Okay, we're back. So you're gonna hear the AC because, babes, that's what we're doing. And you're gonna probably hear my phone talk to me because we're going to a bookstore I've never been to. We're gonna try to hit, honestly, my dream would be 6 today on a weekday. Because one requires me to like leave the city to come back into the city. So I don't know. I think I might have started the day a little too late for that because it's already 1. Oops. Anyways, are you all ready? This is, I don't know when the last clip was of me collecting books, but I think it's been like a week and a half. So we're back, baby, because I really do want to complete a whole 10 places. All right, are you ready? You're not ready. I'm not ready. It's hot. Bro, I've never been to Kaboom Books, and I understand why. The parking sitch, wild, and that road that it's on, busy. But nonetheless, I was like, I passed it like twice. I was like, where is it in the shopping center? But I see it right now in my rearview mirror. All right, folks, let's go, I guess. That was a ride. A ride, folks, a ride. Okay, we're back home. Don't mind the air purifier. It is what it is. I figured we'll give a haul for what I got this time around. I got a birthday card from Good on Paper for my friend. She's a little bit of a country girl, so I thought that would be fun. And then just a sticker. And then I didn't get anything at Kaboom at all. I feel like my other clip where I was like, I understand now why I don't come to Kaboom because the parking is a little stressful, but it wasn't. However, it's a used bookstore, and I feel like I knew that, but then forgot until I walked in and said, this is why I'm often not at Kaboom. But it's got a cool vibe, honestly. You could be there. I wish that there were more bookstores that size in Houston, because I feel like most of them are the size of like Good on Paper. So, and like, where did I go? This one was, oh, Basket in the Books. Can you see? What did she give me? She gave me that. Oh, I got a little thing, Basket in the Books, on top of my purchase, which is called Chipped, Writing from a Skateboarder's Lens. And it's about, what is it about, actually? Chipping a board, when small pieces of the deck break off around the nose and tail, is a natural part of skateboarding. Novice or pro, people ride chipboards as a symbol of their stubborn dedication to a deck, a toy, and an aging body that will also reach its inevitable end. Set against the Southern California suburbs that nurtured Jose Valda, lo siento. The essays in Chipped explore the role of empathy in aging and the impact skateboarding has had on culture, power, and art. From tracing a critical mass skater takeover of San Francisco streets to an analysis of visceral 90s skate videos and soundtracks to the solace found skating a park lot during a global pandemic, Chipped is an intimate, genre-pushing medium on skateboarding that expands our understanding on the ways a board can alter a life. I thought it was cool because I was like, interesting. I also, at one point, used to skate for a very small part of my life. Tiny bit, maybe a month. I also hung out at skate club a lot at my high school for about a year. So, there's that. I went to the Lila Sage. My book's not in my room, it's in the kitchen. I'm not getting up. Lila Sage book signing for Wild and Wrangled. And while we were heading out towards Katy, we made a stop at 2 bookstores. We went to, as you saw, Blue Willow Bookshop. I didn't get anything there. I've been to Blue Willow before. It's a very nice bookstore. I think maybe they're possibly like expanding it because all of a sudden the like store area next to it like had the space for like signings and like events. So maybe they like, or maybe it was always like that and I've just never seen it and they were gearing up for an event. Anyways, it's a lovely bookshop. It's like on I-10. Been there before. I didn't get anything. And then since we were so early because we didn't want to sit in traffic, we then stopped at Katy Budget Books, which I have never been to.
+1 to him, and he was like, what? Like, does Julie get a +1? And I was like,
And I think I was expecting like Kaboom, like super used books, but it in fact was half used, half new books. And that was pretty cool. It was really nice, honestly. I was not expecting it to be that nice, but it was. And so they have a whole section of like high school, I think like books for people in high school to read, but also possibly like banned books because Katy ISD is like one of the top banners in like the country when it comes to reading material. And so we were wandering around there for a little bit, kill some time. I picked up, this is my haul, I picked up My Government Means to Kill Me, which seems kind of like, I don't really know. Actually, I'll read you the back of it because why not? It says, Earl Trey Singleton III arrives in New York City at the tender age of 17 with only a few dollars in his pocket. Born into a wealthy black Indianapolis family, he is ready to leave his overbearing parents and their expectations behind. From Chelsea Hotel to Harlem Bathhouse to ACT UP protests in East Village, Trey takes readers on an exhilarating, ruckus ride through 1980s NYC and meets up with the cast of characters who show him the beauty of liberation amid the struggle. Vibrant, humorous, and brilliantly sexy, My Government Means to Kill Me is a novel that pulls you in so quickly you'll miss your subway stop. So, and then another blurb is, My Government Means to Kill Me is an action-packed, entertaining inside look at the life of a young political rebel, written with unflinching tenderness. Nilsen gives us an honest, compelling portrait of gay black men coming of age. This book is sexy, hilarious, empathetic. Don't miss this one. Anyways, this is their June book club read, and I was like, oh, this seems like a good time. However, will I go all the way out yonder to go to their book club? No, but because it was a book club selection, it was 20% off. So what a day it's been. The highlighted ones that I've gone to on this route. I went to Moss Rose first. It's a romance only bookstore. And at first I thought I was only going to end up with like this sticker, which just says antisocial romance reader. But then as I was like killing time and just like bopping around, because it's a very small store, I saw this book, which is by Johnny Garza Villa. And I love their YA contemporary, which they're 2 contemporary. Well, I think they have 3, but I've only read 2 of the 3, which is Entre and Santi We're Here and Canto Contigo. So good. Entre and Santi We're Here deals with a budding romance between someone. Is it Entre is non-binary and their parents own a like taqueria in town, and Santi comes to work for them, and Santi happens to also be undocumented, and so there are some discussions around immigration and ICE and possibly long distance love and all sorts of things. And Entre is also a artist who's kind of scared to go away, but the author has a note in there that this isn't about like undocumented folks, it's about people who love undocumented folks and how you may not be doing the best as documented folks and I guess like folks with papers to support loved ones and whatnot. It was good. I sobbed. And then Canto Contigo is about mariachi bands, and I love it, but it's also a I love that it was about mariachi, but it's also really about grief and family expectations. And also one of the love interests is on tea, and so there's this, I think, a very beautiful scene of like helping someone with their tea shot. It had me in my feels. I also sobbed. Oh, it was so good. This one is classmates to friends to lovers in a college football like romance, the real football. Anyways, so soccer for us Americans. I would read you this whole thing, but essentially what I can tell is Gabrielle plays soccer and dreams of playing for Mexico and or just in the States, and they need help, so they get a tutor. They end up having to have a tutor named Val, who's a philosophy like classmate of theirs. Their friendship blooms. Apparently at one point they kissed because Gabrielle was helping out Val. However, Gabrielle realized that maybe he's not as straight as he thought he was, as some of us do. And then it's basically like having to accept, like, or maybe Gabby could be brave enough to embrace all those parts of himself and forge his own path, one that includes a boyfriend and the beautiful game. Anyways, I cannot. I might start this tonight. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyways, okay, so there's that. So I got the sticker like I showed you, and then I got this bookmark. Will it show? There you go. From there, it's, I don't know if I mentioned that Moss Rose is a Latino owned bookstore, Latin owned, Latinx, Latine, and so they also host Latinx artists. And I think this is the same artist that had this like really beautiful heart print that I might go back and see if it's on their site. It was so pretty, but they didn't have a price on it, and I hate that because I hate having to ask. So that's what I got from Moss Rose. And then I went all the way to LaPorte for Books by the Bay. Shout out Grapey for, if you've seen her on, she sometimes has a YouTube video, but like she mostly does TikToks. Anyways, she went to Books by the Bay, and I thought that looks cute. And today was like a nice day, and I was like, maybe I'll go all the way down to LaPorte. Maybe I'll even see some water sit outside. And I did. I did go. Finally figured out how to see the water, because I thought I could go, like, follow, like, the end of the peninsula in a sense. And it was just all rich homes blocking access. So I was like, I don't know. And then I figured out where the park was. And so then I sat outside for a little bit and listened to the water. And the pelicans were huge, dude. I watched so many of them go whoop. It was a great time. Anyways. We went there. It's apparently a fiction-only bookstore. So there's no nonfiction, nothing. It's cute in there for sure. And so I picked up, I guess, this discounted The Fortunes of Jaded Women. Because it was only $10. I think it's because, I don't know why it was discounted, but it's got a little, like, slice here that's all messed up. It's got the black dot. I would imagine maybe it's secondhand in a way. I don't know. I thought, why not? And this is essentially, I saw this. It has a different cover, but I think it was like a Book of the Monks selection at one point. But it's just basically about a family who's cursed, and the mother does something. Like, I think, like, desperate to know if she'll be cursed forever, Mao consults Annie Hui. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. I think these people are Vietnamese. So I apologize if I'm saying these names wrong. Auntie Hui, her trusted psyche in Hawaii, who delivers an unexpected prediction. This year, her family will witness a marriage, a funeral, and the birth of a son. This prophecy will reunite exchanged mothers, daughters, aunts, and cousins, for better or for worse. Yeah, because her misfortunes began with a famous Vietnamese witch cursed her ancestor, barring future descendants from ever finding happiness or true love, and said the family would have only daughters, never sons. So, one more set of clips, and then we will have, fingers crossed, completed the book crawl. So we'll see. Because if I don't get the last stamp and turn this in, it'll feel like, why did I just drive all around town in the loop, Katy, the East End, and all the way in the east. I went west, I went east, I went in the loop, because there's nothing north. Like, all right, I'll see you sometime in the future. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Take a shot of water every time I say okay. You'll be thoroughly hydrated. So we've reached our last pit stop. Here are all the ones I made it to. I am sad that I did not get all the one in the loop, even though I said I would get them earlier, and I didn't. But in my defense, I always go to Kindred, so there's that. It makes me sad. I really, I could hold on to this and attempt to get both Gulf Coast Cosmos tomorrow and Kindred Stories, but I'm like, I don't know if I trust myself to go babysit and then get up and drive to Kindred. I just don't trust myself. Oh, tough decisions. Well, I'll decide in there. Anyways, if this is the last clip, I made it to 10. Here's seeing what it's like outside, and possibly a book, and if at most, a coffee. There's that. Okay. All right, we're back. I got no book, but I did order a coffee. And it has this weird, dude, these diamond shape, what is this? I actually hate the way this looks. It bothers me for no logical reason other than the fact that it bothers me. Okay. The coffee is not bad. It's not great. I would say it's decently. Honestly, it's pretty good for a coffee shop in what I would consider the middle of nowhere, in the sense that, like, we're not in a big city, we're in like suburbs where all the coffee shops are like in strip centers, you know? I'm not mad at it. I also got a water because my water in my giant water bottle tastes a little too refrigerator-y, if you know what I mean. Okay. This is the official end, because I turned in my piece of paper. Did I already tell you that I put it in a suitcase and it was empty? I wasn't gonna turn it in because it didn't feel right, but then I saw other people's stuff and I was like, oh, well then I can turn it in here, which you can. You're supposed to turn it in at any of the bookstores. And mine's the only one in the suitcase. And I don't know, it makes me uneasy, but I mean, what was the point? It wasn't for the raffle. I don't even know what we're getting. It was really just to say, I did it. We done it. I completed the Houston book crawl. How exciting. You know, I saw a girl on Instagram. She got all 25. Girl, the gas and time. The gas and time. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Maybe I'll do a collective haul of all of the books one more time. Maybe we'll think about it. If not, this is either the end or you'll see me shortly. Ah! I'm excited. How pumped. And the official last clip of the Houston book crawl / tour is commencing. You obviously saw the wrap-up clip. I figured, I don't know why, I felt the need in my bones to create another wrap-up clip, because although I told you that was my last bookstore, I don't know, I felt the need to like inform you again everything that I got while traversing the greater Houston area. So the non-book items I got was this card from Good on Paper. I also just got a logoed sticker from them. Don't know where that's at. I got these two from Moss Rose, as you saw. And then I got also a sticker from Books by the Bay, which was also just like another logoed sticker. Don't know where it's at. I thought it was in the book. It's not. So, yo no sé. And to recap, we got Count to Sleep Houston. Murder by the Book. You would think, I thought, you know, that was like, wouldn't it be funny to get like a murder mystery, not a murder mystery, like a mystery child's book, but I don't think those exist because I think that would unnerve the nervous system of like 1-year-olds, you know? Then I got Saga from Brazos. This was in the banned book section, and I don't think I talked about what this was when I first got it, but I think from what I understand in the 2 chapters that I've read is these 2 people come from, or actually the synopsis from Becca in the books back when she was reading these is I think these folks come from like, can you hear all the horns? I live right next to the garage of my complex. They come from warring political, not warring political, different like planetary systems, different races. Anyways, their love is forbidden. I don't really know. They have a child. The story is told from the child's perspective. And I'm 2 chapters in. I don't know if this is for me, which means I really should have read more than like 5 to 10 pages when I opened it at Brazos. But this was really when I was like, oh, I'm going to try to get something from every single bookstore that I went to, which I did not. And I don't know, maybe I should have read more than like the first 5 to 10 pages of a comic and or graphic novel. What's the difference, by the way, between a graphic novel and a comic? Is there nothing? Is it the length? Is it the plot points? You know? Ow! I took my own eye out. Anyways, that's what I got at Brazos. Accounting book at Murder by the Books. I got Chipped from Basket Books and Art. I got My Government Means to Kill Me from Katie Budget Books. I got Futbolista from Moss Rose. And I got The Fortunes of Jaded Women from Books by the Bay. So, that's everything I got, basically. I'd have to say, and here are the bookstores that I went to for the very first time. I went to Kaboom for the first time. I went to Moss Rose for the first time. I went to Bay by the Books for the first time. And I think that's all. Yeah, because I've already been, I'm counting down. Yeah, I've been to all the other 7. Oh, no. And I went to Lit Java Coffee Shop bookstore. So I went to 4 new bookstores and 6 I'd already been to. And sadly, I don't know if I said in my last clip, but I did say in the beginning of this that I was going to hit all the ones in the loop, obviously. LOL. I didn't. I missed out on Kindred, the comic book store next to Kindred, and Class bookstore. But you know, it is what it is. I've been to Kindred so many times, and I'm looking forward to the location. because I was like, it's such a good bookstore and I wish it was bigger, and they're gonna be bigger, and I'm so freaking excited. And I've never been to the comic book store. So I don't read comics. Again, tell me what the difference is between a comic and a graphic novel. Maybe I could Google it later. I don't know. And then Class is a new bookstore, and it has limited hours because all three of those are in the same area. So anyways, I just want to say I'm proud of myself. We completed it. We did it. Past Lizzie would be so proud of me. So would little Lizzie. And that's all. I hope next year, if anyone's in the Houston area, that they look up and follow like the Houston book. Maybe I'll like put it on the screen, like the Instagram, because it starts every year. Well, I say every year. This might be an exaggeration. I don't know how actually it works, but it's April 1st through the 30th, and I think it's due to like indie bookstore. However, because Houston is so large and in charge, and our public transit is not the best in all of anywhere, they give you a whole month. Also too, because they like have stuff in like the Woodlands and Spring and Humble and Tomball and LaPorte and Galveston, and that's just not, those are not casual places you can go if you live like in city center. And also gives an opportunity for people like out in like the giant metroplex, like an ability to participate as well, and include like, if I was heading up north to like Dallas at any point in April, I probably would have tried to hit a couple of the ones in like the Woodlands for giggles. And then if I had any first, I really feel like I was gonna say that I think some of them are out. Never Eat Soggy Worms out west, like when I'm going home to Austin. But I don't know, because I did hit the ones that were technically west were in Katy, because we had an event in Katy, and that's literally only the only reason I hit those. Had I not been going out to an event all the way at the Katy Mills Mall, I don't think I would have hit those bookshops. Maybe like on a good day, maybe I could have convinced my cousin to like go to Blue Willow, but I don't think we would have gone to like Katy Budget. I don't know. So anyways, it was a grand time. It was a fun time. I don't know what the raffle is, but I got to enter it this year. And that's on improvement, folks. Maybe next year we'll go for an extra entry. If I would have had my dream, I would have had 3 extra entries, because I would have hit 13 bookstores. Maybe that will be my goal. Maybe my goal, no. Actually, let's not set goals for future me yet. I'll leave you with this. It was a good time. It was a fun time. It was a journey. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, bye.